indeed. And it has been a glorious day upon the Shire Eye. And the Queen is back and we are all tickled. Where are you? Get out here! My goodness. It's good.
There was a lot of hubbub. There was another mayor. There were 5 grown men crying in the back. What happened just now? My heavens.
Well, indeed, it is a lovely, lovely day, and all seem to have really enjoyed it. And I must tell you, I think it was a brilliant idea hiring you as the master of revels on this day.
Oh, well, thank you, Lady Mayor. It has been my pleasure to be Master of Revels here at Mount Hope. I have very much enjoyed it.
Well, we are so pleased. We are so pleased. Now, I will tell you, there is so much going on this day, and I am adulpated that I can hardly recall all the festivities. I wish I could remember everything. I should have written it all down.
Fear not, Lady Mayor, for as Master of Revels, it is my job to make sure that all events are recorded so that we can recount them together. Actors assemble!
Oh my goodness.
They seem to have died.
Oh dear.
Fear not, Lady Mayor. I think I have the thing that can fix this. I borrowed this from a friend of mine. Wake up, sleepyhead. There you are. Wonderful. Let me see. I'm sure there's something in here that... there we go. To my actors long since dead, deep asleep in thy wormy beds, wiggle thy toes, open thine eyes, twist thy fingers towards the sky. Life is sweet, be not shy, on thy feet, so saith I!
Oh my goodness! Well, they look as right as rain!
It is quite exciting, Lady Mayor. Oh, heavens!
Well, let's begin at the beginning then,
Indeed!
Here we are. Oh my goodness. And on this day, the King and the Queen arrived at the front gate on horseback.
And it was from there, Lady Mayor, that their Majesties made their way to King's Court, where we met the Bavarian retinue. I said we met the Bavarian retinue! Just that their Majesties pitched a treaty that would unify the nations. It is at this moment, my good people, that I would like to point out this is the first and only time we will touch on this conveniently placed plot device that brought us all together today. I'm sure most of you had no idea there was a treaty at stake, did you? Didn't think so. Thank you for paying attention.
However, it was at this point that Rumpelstiltskin, the king of the Black Forest, did interrupt His Majesty's festivities. Now, know you, Rumpelstiltskin cannot be killed by mortal man.
Proving to be no more than a nuisance, their Majesties allowed Rumple to stay if he promised not to harm any of their subjects.
Rumpelstiltskin agrees, and the king continues to look for a way to impress the Bavarian ambassador.
Whoa, what are you doing? Why are you pushing me? Now stop it right now. You keep hitting me with a human arm in the chest. What, a human arm in the chest? Oh, I see. Much to my dismay, we have decided on human chest. Well, it was there that we saw the good Baron defeat 2 pirates single-handedly.
dear. Well, it was also there that Tolhofer, the behemoth Bavarian, does defeat our king.
Well, angered that our King Henry lost his chess fight, Rumpelstiltskin called our king a coward and promised to avenge Queen Catherine by defeating Tolhofer.
With Tolhofer defeated, the king and queen demand that Rumpelstiltskin be removed from their kingdom.
Agreeing, Rumpelstiltskin promised to leave if he could take a souvenir and kidnap our Queen Catherine. Oh!
Before he could depart, however, the Baron reminded Rumpelstiltskin that he would have to play a game or something to allow the good king to win back the queen.
And King Henry demanded a joust. Rumpel agreed as long as it was a joust to the death.
To the joust! King Henry and Sir Gawain slayed the bad knights and appeared victorious in their victory to regain Queen Catherine.
Oh. And Rumpel, living up to his villainous ways, brought back the slain knights and summoned his army of the Black Forest.
Insurrection ensued. Blood and mayhem abound.
Things did not look good for our heroes. Henry and Sir Gawain were placed on point by the bad zombie knights.
However, Queen Catherine, in order to save the king, tried to make Rumpelstiltskin think that she wanted to be with him.
Unable to resist our queen's allure, I said unable to resist it, Rumpelstiltskin fell for the trap, and being no mortal man, Queen Catherine was able to choke him, giving Henry and Gawain time to slay the bad knight.
And then, of course, we all gather here at the Globe for song and dance, mirth and merriment.
Come on now. Accolades for my zombie! Miraculous indeed!
Yes. Get back here. No.
Not safe for you at the edge.
Yes.
Take your hand.
Go on.
Take your hand.
Back here.
That was miraculous. This book, Lady Mayor, has come in handy. You know, I was looking at it a little bit closer, and it appears if I can get the right ingredients, I might be able to make myself look younger.
Oh my goodness.
I like the idea there.
That's a good idea.
Indeed, see if I can fix whatever happened here.
You're irresistible as it is.
Oh my God, too kind.
Worry not about such things. Worry not about Indeed, dear.
As you can see, our good King Henry is yet to join us. He's still recovering from some trifling matter. Something about a joust to the death and an insurrection to overthrow the crown and someone kidnapping him.
And maybe say again how happy we are that you and His Majesty have emerged unharmed.
How kind of you to say Cambridge in. No, verily, these surprise rebellions have become an only common occurrence. If we did not know better, We would say our good King Henry is actually starting to enjoy them. He's delightfully strange that way. But moving on, now more than ever is a time for pastimes and revelry. So what say you, my good people? Would you have more revelry? Well, our good King Henry has ordered that we need not wait for his arrival, and his celebration should begin immediately.
Oh, Your Majesty, I have so...
We know, he surprised us too.
It seems that your husband is not, in fact, the brash and headstrong youth that my emperor sought him to be.
So it would seem, good Baron. He's almost the same. But moving on, we are faithful servants to our king's commands, so on with the revelry, Sir Walter Kensington, my wonderful master of revels, what entertainments have you provided?
Thank you, Your Majesty. My good people, have we had a fantastic day? I know it's been full of excitement, and I know Her Majesty has been put through the ringer. So I think it's best that we start this finale off correctly with a drink. How about a grog? I feel it's only appropriate to apologize to the tappers. It's been a long day, and I thought I said at the right time for another verse. You tapped, I was in the way, I laid down. I apologize, I love you all. It was really unfortunate. We don't do that to our friends, we never cover them up. But our friends are extremely important, and they are wonderful. And in sooth, I love each and every one of you. And I felt absolutely terrible. But no, I have some other friends I'd like to bring to this stage. Today I've been extremely blessed to see how talented our musicians are amongst the Shire, and I feel it only appropriate that we invite some more out to play for us. So lords and ladies, accolades for the musicians of the Shire!
Well, Your Majesty, we have something very special for tonight.
Aye.
Yes, we're going to feature Rowan the Bowen.
Oh.
Because, as you know, there's always room for cello.
That I ask us once again to all rise! Indeed we do, Your Majesty. Lords and ladies, I give to you a man who demands every handmaid in the aisle. The King! Long live the King!
Thank you, my people. As always, we are moved and inspired by your love. Please make yourselves come forward.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
You are quite welcome. You look good, Danforth. Well done. Now, before we begin with the festivities, there's one trifling matter that we must take care of. Please bring down Rumpelstiltskin.
That has made this day, is it not my Goblin King?
Yeah. Your Majesty. Majesty. The word apologizes thrown around so much these days.
It is.
But I must tell you that this day I got caught up in a game. yeah? You see, in my spare time, when I am not trying to take over the world and kidnap queens, I like to build intricate miniatures. Yeah? And often I like to make entire maps and worlds, and I like to look at them closely, and then take my head away, and then walk around them and look even closer, and then take my head away. It's really fun. And every time I play this game, that is how I like to start it. Yeah? But this latest game centers around a king, much like you, King Henry. Yeah? His name is Robert. Yeah?
Oh, married to Cersei.
And then he died. Yeah? But thankfully he had a good friend, his right hand man, if you will. His name was Ned Stark.
Winter is coming.
And then he died. Yeah. And you know, there's often intrigue in this game, yeah? And some of this intrigue comes from my two favorites, yeah? Their names are Cersei and Jaime, yeah?
Lannisters always pay their debts.
Intrigue, yeah? This game often gets very sexual. I failed to mention that Jaime and Cersei are brother and sister. Yeah. It's weird, I know, but I like it. Anyway, they do have a brother who is my favorite character because he's like me. He is an imp, yeah?
I drink and I know things.
He is most wondrous, very cunning, yeah? But his brother and sister do not like him very much because, you know, he is different. Anyway, so when Ned died, Ned was still dead. Well, no, he's fine. No, he's dead. He's dead. Yeah. Everyone is dead. Sometimes, but not all the time. Yeah? Not you, please don't die. Okay, apology. I am apologizing.
Right, of course.
In a roundabout way. Well, anyway, when Ned died, his son, Robb, became the king of the North, yeah? You come later, yeah? Remove thyself. No. Robb, up there!
Winter is coming!
And then Robb died. And then his mother, Catelyn, who just married him off and thought that they were forming an alliance with some enemies, and then realized that those enemies didn't like them after all, and it was all a trap, then she died!
Oh, right. Winter is still coming!
Meanwhile, the bastard son of Ned Stark, his name was Johnny.
I am the queen of the North.
But he could not take the throne because he agreed to protect the realm at the wall. Yeah. Well, anyway, across the narrow sea, the real ruler of this tiny miniature kingdom lives, and her name is Khaleesi.
I am Daenerys of the House Targaryen, first of my name, the Unburnt, Queen of the Andals and the First Men, Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, breaker of chains and mother of dragons.
And you see, the Khaleesi is very strong now, which is why Tyrion, my favorite character, did to join her and advise her, and she actually is the mother of dragons. She has actual dragons! She is them! And there have never been dragons before in a very long time in this game, yeah? It's very exciting. Anyway, she did to come over to Bavarios, yeah? And she brought an army of Unsullied. They do not have Venus schnitzels, they are cut-out. She is coming, Tyrion is leading them, and then all of a sudden, our good friend Jon, he's like, oh no, I need to help Khaleesi because there's something coming, and she's like, okay, so she decides to go and swoop in with her dragons to save Jon, yeah, but one of the dragons is killed, and then it goes into this frozen lake, and then all of a sudden, the Night King brings the dragon back to life! I couldn't believe it! I almost killed myself! Dragon carries a bed! Yeah. And you know, I'm a fickle maker of this game, and I often make characters that you laugh, and then I kill them off inexplicably. But the worst part is sometimes the game becomes very real, yeah? And sometimes I hear winter actually coming. Winter is coming. The Vulcans! It's the Vulcans! They are mostly white, except Ned. So, again, I am so sorry that I got taken away with this game. It gets the best. So sorry for this, and you know, I am a pickle maker and we are waiting for the rest of the game to finish, but I get lazy and I eat lots of lobster and I just get, you know, fatter with my creativity, but I'm not putting anything out. It might be writer's block, but we know not, I know not. But anyway, I see you're having a delightful festival here, and we would like to join if you don't mind me getting so carried away, yeah? If you would forgive me, I would like to join directly. You know how to play my game!
Excuse us, yes, well, do you think we should forgive him? Why not, certainly, we'll forgive you, but thou must provide the next bit of entertainment.
Of course. I know just the thing, but it would require the removal of these chains, yeah? It is hard for a fairy like me to perform this cold iron, except in the bedchamber, yeah? We promise not to cause any more mischief. I swear.
We'll take them all back. Don't you think you remember what we did last time?
Oh, very well, Your Majesty. Please make it hurt so good.
Calm down.
Here.
Just do your thing. No, he's doing a difference. Just do something.
By the pricking of the thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Darkness falleth across England. At the witching hour, is close at hand. Creatures call us up from the mire to terrorize all Mount Hope-shire. And whomsoe'er shalt be found without the souls for dancing round must stand and face this goblin king, or rot inside your mortal skin. A stench most foul doth to fill the air, the thought of 2,000 years, und whose most grisly son from every tomb are closing round to seal thine doom. And though thou fightest to remain undead, thy joys too fierce, I start to speak. For no mere mortal can resist the evil of Rumpelstiltskin. You can take the demon out of the Black Forest, but you cannot take the Black Forest out of the demon.
So you intentionally broke your promise?
A little bit. It's the game, I told you!
Well, we blame you not. That was actually quite magnificent.
Oh, thank you!
Well, you look great. Look very good. Well, I suppose we should just continue. Aye?
Very good.
On with the revelry, can't you, do your thing.
Of course, Your Majesty. But before I start, Rumpelstiltskin, I want to inform you of something, my friend. You are not the only person well-versed in this game, and I'll let you in on a little secret. Do anything like this again, and much like my friend Varys, I have little birds everywhere. I see everything.
Promise? This your little finger?
We have a finale to get to. All right. Now, lords and ladies, I can think of no one better to host this finale after this day than...
Oh, look at that, would you? Look at that. You know what names he'll never say for hosting a finale?
Marty Sloth?
Barty Sloth.
Davey.
Conor O'Flanagan.
Iona Finn?
Iona, you did host finale.
It was myths and legends. They had no choice.
But at least we get to stand up here. We don't have to stand out there in the spotlight and dance around and think up witty things to sing.
Instead, we've got to be squished in this tiny balcony, totally ignored by house left and attacked by the strange bugs that come out of the woodwork.
I didn't even hit my face.
You know what they say? Always a host, man, never a host. Davey, what are you doing with the guitar there?
He broke that G string earlier.
I don't have to worry about breaking strings. I just got to get the fingering right.
Evening, lords and ladies. I'll be Jenny Groves.
I'll be Susan Gimble.
Angie Finch. And Callie Applebottom. And we would like to sing an old favourite of ours with a little bit of a twist.
I used to work in London town in a merchant store. I thought I did a pretty good job, but I don't work there anymore.
The man came in for a drink one day. I asked him what kind he'd prefer. Shot, he said, so shot him I did. And I don't work there anymore.
I used to work in London town in a merchant store. I thought I did a pretty good job, but I don't work there anymore. A man came in for some soup one day. I asked him what kind he'd prefer. Squash, he said, so squash him all dead. It's ironic because I'm so small. And I don't work there anymore. I used to work in London town in a merchant store. I thought I did a pretty good job, but I don't work there anymore. A man came in for some fruit one day. I asked him what kind he preferred. Berries, he said, so bury him all dead. And you'll never find the body. And I don't work there anymore. I used to work in London town in a merchant store. I thought I did a pretty good job, but I don't work there anymore.
A lad came in for some ice one day. I asked him what kind he'd prefer. Crushed, he said, so crush him on it! And he smashed! Now wanted for murder.
I used to work in London town in a merchant store. I thought I did a pretty good job, but I don't work there anymore. A man came in for a lass one day. We asked him what kind he'd prefer. Siren, he said, so siren he got. Shall we show them, lasses? Hey. I put a spell on you. And now you're mine. You can't stop the mix.
We ain't lying.
We ain't lying.
When you call one siren, you get all four.
There's no turning back now.
We want more. I put a spell on you, and now you're gone.
So long.
I put a spell on you, and they were so strong. Will we win?
'Cause of all the sirens working
You know, really one of the best parts of it was just watching Betty Diver and John DeVere the whole time. They got gooped. They did. Surprise. They don't know we're talking about.
That was so inspiring. I feel like, I wrote a poem.
Just now?
About that? About that.
Wow.
Well, no, not really about that, but that like inspired me to do my own sort of
Well, let's hear it.
It's not really for public audiences, are you sure?
Well, it's just us.
This is not the public, Davy.
Good point.
It's a safe space.
You ready?
Tell us your poetry.
Let's go. That was the poem.
This is how a poem goes. Idio, Levakizo, Triakram, Kadike, Apurna Karakam, Iriyam,
I don't know what that was.
That's the Red Horse. You never heard that before.
You could have said words.
I don't know English, alright?
They don't.
It takes that long to say the Red Horse?
Well, I've got a poem. All right. I am an Irish rebel. I am here to play music for...
It's a start.
It needs a little bit of work. I'm not good with the syllables. I can't read.
Well, here's one I've been working on.
Oh, I know. Go ahead.
A toast to bread.
Oh, he really is a hit.
Hey, I've got one.
All right.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
Perhaps we should read this to you.
Arthur Greenleaf Hall!
Oh, a knock-knock. You had to be there. Your Majesty, my Queen, do not be afraid. I've cleared this with management. The holidays are upon us, and rather soon we shall be confronted with images of Santa Claus or Father Christmas in my land. And it occurs to me that you people of the New World have a tendency to inflate every myth that you have until he's larger than life, but bigger is better. I should remind you that Santa Claus, or Father Christmas, is not a large entity. He's a right jolly old elf. He drives a miniature sleigh pulled by 8 tiny reindeer. When a myth becomes too familiar to us, we do tend to sometimes pervert that myth until we only see the parody of that myth. And in those times, it is time to perhaps turn to a newer myth, even if that newer myth is an older myth. The Krampus is a Bavarian goblin that lives at the top of a mountain, and he comes down from that mountain in the days before Christmas to beat wicked children. As a warning that they'd better shape up for Father Christmas. And if you who have children have never used the Krampus as a disciplinary tool, you are missing out. One day, my young boy, Oliver, who was 5 years old, was not eating his dinner, and he said, "Father, will the Krampus come for me if I do not finish my dinner?" And I said, "Oh no, he wouldn't come." And I looked past him out the window, and I registered terror, and I knocked over my chair, and he went screaming up to his room. My wife forgave me, but just barely. This is a poem that I wrote for my children. I put Oliver and Annabelle in this poem, but they do want me to let everyone know that they are in fact good children. And they are. This poem is called The Krampus. Oliver Gordon and Knock-Knock. Oliver Gordon and Annabelle Grace lived in a vale near the mountainous place, and I wish they were good. But that wasn't the case. For Ollie was wicked, and Annie was base. They torture the cat with their mutinous play, and they dash every vase in their parents' chalet. No, they wouldn't wear the stockings their mother had chosen, and place toads in their grossvatter's best lederhosen. They'd wriggle from bed, nor air wash their hands, but fester the air with obnoxious demands. roll their eyes glumly, those ill-mannered brats, while filling their pockets with money they snatched. The poor haggard parents, well, what could they do? Throw the wretches in jail? Pass them off at the zoo? They kneel in the church at the foot of the Alps and pray to the angels for heavenly help. But high on a mountain, far up the slope, the words were conveyed to a black-hearted pope. It was craggy and crooked and covered in hair, and he carried a switch that he waved in the air. His tongue was forked, and it spilled from his mouth like a river of evil that wound its way south. I can scarce move my lips, and I know I'll regret it. His name was the Krampus. Good heavens, I said it. Now it's lately the fashion in higher society to cast off the switch for a gentler piety. Spare the rod for your children if that's your conviction. But the Krampus, he lived in his own jurisdiction. On the 10th of December, 1508, Ollie and Annie were juggling plates at the top of the stairs, which was strictly forbidden, but they cared not a fig of those insolent children. They screeched to their parents, "Pray let you not listless, but say right away what you got us this Christmas, and tell Sinterklaas, oh, that fatuous troll, that will kick out his knees if he leaves us with coal." Just then, there was heard at the window a scratch, and the sound of a click as the door came unlatched, and Oliver Gordon and Annabelle Grace fell silent for once, white in the face. For there stood the Krampus, a high holy terror, a mouthful of fangs like the shards of a mirror. He lifted his lips and he issued a threat, "I shall give you a thrashing you shan't soon forget." Annie shrieked and dove neath where the tapestry hung, but he seized at her feet with his truculent tongue, and he whispered these words to his dangling prey, "Oh, you hideous girl, here's the price you shall pay." And he spanked her with glee till her bottom marooned, and a great rosy sunset lit low her bandoon. How she wailed with each blow, one for every transgression, one for each nasty lie, and for each indiscretion. Ollie dashed to the door to abandon his sister, but the Krampus exclaimed, "Here's a bottom to blister!" And he pulled down his pants in front of wee Annie, and he scalded that beast of a bare-naked fanny. With blow after blow from his smoldering spanker, and he did it with joy, and he did it with rancor. And their miserable wails issued all through the streets. Some nodded their heads, others shuffled their feet. Their torment careened through the valleys and trees. It was heard in the church and the ships out at sea. But their parents sat silent, their hands folded neatly, for they knew this was coming. They knew it completely. And the Krampus, he tossed the two brats to the floor, and shouldering his switch, he slouched to the door, but he turned ere he left with these ominous words, "Remember, I'm watching, you dissolute curs." Now Ollie and Annie, they're different these days. They cast off their wicked incorrigible ways. They're kind to the kitty and quick to their lessons. They help with the dishes and go to confession. Never a scowl will you e'er see a light, and their sweet, doting parents who brought them up right. They fetch them their slippers and tea in a tray. And it's "Yes, Potter, please, mutter ya!" right away. And yet, now and then, every once in a while, when they leave dirty dishes or clothes in a pile, or they sneer at their parents and act impolite, there's a scratch at the window that sets them aright.
Hey, so what are a lot of you gonna do now that you're missing another rebel?
Oh, you mean a flaming Oscar? Well, we told him not to juggle those flaming clubs.
We really did.
No, the other one.
Oh, Tom O'Leary. Oh, that poor man. I set the trap for the ferry, you know, where you like dig a hole and then you put a lot of dirt and leaves over it. It was meant for ferries, but he fell right in and we never saw him again.
No, the one with the pumpkin pans.
Oh, Wayne Brendan, the one who went up to the World Egg Shaker Championship.
Well, what are you going to do if they call you down?
Yeah, we've no idea.
The Irish Revolt! That one is new.
Hey, we're coming! Hi, we're coming! We're coming!
I thought you received my application. Look, I brought egg shakers.
All right, let's see what you... We'll give you a chance, Bucko. Let's see what you can do.
All right. Well, so, I was thinking...
Wait, you've got to see it.
I don't...
You drop egg shakers just like our old friend, Dave and Oscar. I sure do. Well, we're desperate. Let's give you a try.
So,
Here, kid. Catch. Can't all be winners.
I got this.
All right.
So, I was thinking, there's been a lot to talk about revolutions, specifically the one that happened at about 6:30 tonight, which none of us were involved in, by the way.
I was, and I fought valiantly.
Celebrating the Irish spirit of revolution, I thought we might sing a song celebrating that spirit of revolution in a vague, non-confrontational sort of manner. So this here is called Rising of the Moon.
I've got it. Here's the boot flute. A flute.
Let's sing. And come tell me, Sean O'Farrell, tell me why you hurry so. Hush a book, Nell, hush and listen, and his cheeks were all aglow. I bear orders from the captain, get you ready quick and soon. For the planks must be together by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. For the planks must be together by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. For the planks must be together by the rising of the moon. I'm from Fairly Sean O'Farrell, where the Catholic is to be. And the oak by the river, quite well known to you and me. One more word for signal soaking, whistle up that marching tune. We might go by his shoulder by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. We might go by his shoulder by the rising of the moon. Out from many of the Walk-Allen lights we're watching through the night. Many a manly heart was beating for the blessed morning light. Runners rang throughout the valley to the banshees rolling through. And 1,000 lights were flashing by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. And 1,000 lights were flashing by the rising of the moon.
We'll never let go, Jack!
Rowan, you're a shipwreck. Alright, so back to the topic.
Rebellion!
1, 2, 3!
Rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon. 1,000 lights flashing by the rising of the moon.
Oh, fight for more light and glowing, no longer our faith. Oh, glorious light and sorrow, with the land that we create. Say farewell to those who love us, and with praise will be home. We'll see the stars flashing by the rising of the moon. By the rising of the moon, by the rising of the moon.
And we'll see the stars
boys to oppose us with loud the marching tune.
And our army boys for freedom!
The rising of the moon.
Tis the rising of the moon, tis the rising of the moon. And our army boys for freedom, tis the rising of the moon. Tis the rising of the moon, tis the rising of the moon. And our army boys for freedom, tis the rising of the moon. And our army boys for freedom, tis the rising of the moon.
Irish goodbye.
The Irish Rebel!
Pretty good singers.
They definitely are. They're very good singers, aren't they? You know, I just wish some more of them would sing tenor.
Tenor?
Yeah, 10 or 11 miles away from here. You know, actually, this finale isn't half bad.
It's all bad.
Well, too bad we're not Arthur Greenleaf Holmes. He got to leave and go home.
You know, we're all pretty good at cracking jests. What a whip pun.
Aaron Boy!
My lords and ladies, when I was honored by the request to perform in tonight's revelry, I noticed other performers were doing pieces along the Halloween theme, things meant to perhaps scare the hell out of the audience. Well, in my own individualistic fashion, I decided to do something that scares the hell out of me. Hey, would you please? Thank you. There are some who would argue that the ultimate test of a whip artist's skill is an art known simply as targeting. My lords and ladies, this is an official whip target. Piece of spaghetti with a plastic flower on the end. High-tech stuff. Here is the idea. I'm going to hold this target in one hand. I'm going to attempt to break it with the sonic boom causing weapon in my other hand. Here's what I ask from all of you. If you hear the whip crack, good morning, and you see the target break, and you don't see blood, you get loud. If you do see blood, get louder. Let's just do this real quick, my lords and ladies. If this isn't touching you now, it cannot touch you throughout the performance, don't worry. Unless it flies out of my hand. Only ever happened 2-3 times today. That was pretty good, but I think we can get louder. I've got one more here. If you'd like to see it, say, one more. One more. Behind the back, this is a blind target. Now that was pretty good, but I think we can get louder. I've got one more here. If you'd like to see it, say, one more. One more. I hate this one. I lost half a mohawk doing this one.
Oh, that's how it happened. I wanted to see new.
That's why it's
Now that was pretty good. But I think we can get louder. I've got one more here. If you'd like to see it, say, whoa, whoa. Go, whoa, whoa. You literal moron. Right. Here's the idea. I'm going to put this in my mouth and then I'm going to whip it out. Must find a better way to say that.
There is no better.
In case you are wondering, yes, my parents are very proud of my brother. It's a very foolish.
Justified. You know what? Yeah, it was. Thank you.
It's kind of weird, like in a good way. You know, you do kind of. You play guitar upside down.
Oh, you noticed?
I did. I was watching when you were playing earlier. Right? You ever think about being a rogue?
I never really gave it a thought. I don't think I could grow the beard for it. It takes commitment.
It really does. Besides, if you were a rogue, then you'd have to come up with witty toasts, and then you'd have to be bad at giving segues, and then whenever you're called down to perform with the rogues, which you inevitably do every finale, I'd be all alone, and there'd be nobody here but me.
Oh, but Anna, what if we got you a friend? Like a over here. We got a Danny Rose for you right here. How's that?
Oh, do you want to stay with me? Hi. Oh, good. Do you play viola? No. Oh, well, that's too bad. Well, anyway, with a friend here, I'm ready. Hi.
Rogues assemble!
Get in the middle, come on! You're
Yeah, come on.
What is he?
It's not in the middle anymore.
Oh, he just got it!
I don't know.
Do you know, it doesn't look quite right.
No, there's something missing.
Gareth. That's just the thing. Put that on.
That's what we need.
You need a good pirate hat if you're going to be a rogue. Come on now. Everyone knows that.
Party hat.
This is a great honor, Connor.
That rhymes. I think something just crawled in my ear. What?
Long Tom, get it? Look out with that officer of the I have a song I'd like to present to thee tonight. It's a very piratey piece. It's a song that has to do with the moonlight night. Shimmering over the waves. Sweet music playing in the background. As a madman crashes his ship into the rocks and explodes. All right. Can't do it. Let's do it. It's a golden club, not ready to sail. He rode away from Pennsylvania, he never saw the shale. Filled her up with constant, her
smoking rum. Hope the fog was thick enough to make another run. You can still see the sight on a winter's night of his rig in the light of the moon. If the winter's right and you don't take fright, you can smell that fresh perfume.
Well, the English ship was waiting, and we sailed all about the day. But when we hit the blue light, it was like the light of day. They didn't bring our head round, but they told him to eat too. He opened up the topsails and he racked those Spanish.
You can still see the sight on a winter's night of his wake in the light of the moon. If the wind turns right and you don't take fright, you can smell that fresh perfume.
Well, they said they hear him laughing. The English floated in. His feet that wicked murder and his face set in a grin. The seagull started lifting like an angry French war.
He hit the rocks at 30 knots, the sky lit up with fire. Down we needed sail, moved away from Pennsylvania, never saw the tail. The winds holding fast on the rocks near Spanish Crew. They say Huguenot nothing and you smell the fresh perfume. You can still see the sight on a winter's night of his wake in the light of the moon. If the wind turns right and you don't take fright, you can smell that fresh perfume. You can still see the sight on a winter's night of his wake in the light of the moon. If the wind turns right and you don't take fright, you can smell that fresh perfume. You can smell that fresh perfume. You can smell that fresh perfume.
I'll be familiar.
You got a little something right there.
Let's disassemble for now. Up we go.
Freddie Groves, Ollie Creekwood. It's been fun, but unfortunately, we at Finale Band, 7 is certainly a crowd. Even 6 is a crowd, and so and also I sort of masochistically enjoy being the token female. So it's sad, but it's true. So I'm gonna need you. Thank me so much for keeping me company, but I need to spend some time with the boys. Enjoy the rest of the finale. Walter's doing a great job. They're good kids there.
Right. Oh, well, would you look at that? Cameo bits. Oh, sick.
No, and I wonder, who's going to be next? I mean, what have you Tiny Dan for? That is just rubbish. That is complete madness.
We never asked us to do cameo bits. That's
Well, alright though, but like, let's be real here. Getting up here all the time, standing here and staring at things isn't half bad.
That's true. It is nice to be up here and making nice music.
Aye, and it's this way we don't have to worry about coming up with witty segues and things like that. She was right, we wrote it terrible.
Oh, awful.
Listen. Take it from me. Hosting, it's quite simple. You just have to come up with a bad pun or two, or maybe a geeky pop culture reference. Like this. Are you ready? It's pretty simple. Ready?
Oh, sure.
All right.
And now presenting the band that must not be named, Vogelmoose!
as this is our final performance of the evening, we have decided to perform for you an ancient song from Finland. It's a Finnish song. I would also like to announce that we are currently looking for a new trombone player. But you can help us out. Everyone, hands in the air, and boom, 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 boom.
Your Majesties, before our friends depart, would it be all right if you said maybe a few words to them?
Of course. What a wonderful day it has been, eh?
Yes, quite.
So many friends out there that we have met today, new ones, old ones. It's always a pleasure to meet them, eh? Even on that killer.
Yay, friends. Yes. Quite lovely to have all these friends here, and quite amazing to have such talented people up here to give us all such a magnificent finale. We would like to thank you all. Kensington, that was brilliant. Honestly,
best finale.
Words eloquently spoken, the jokes landed, hilarious. A really good one. We were glad you were here to hear him. It was just a good one, wasn't it? And of course, all the cameo appearances and Rumpelstiltskin, Betty Diver, Teddy Danfolk, all of that. It was just magnificent. And now we would like to thank everyone who has something to do with finale. And so, Conor O'Flanagan. No, we would like all of you to please come down here. Yes, all of you. Well, lads, and I ought 'em. Give it up for the token female up there. Huh? She is amazing. You always spend the whole time up there while everyone else is down here dancing and singing and having the most wondrous time. And we just really appreciate what you all do. For after all, this finale would not happen without any of you, would it? If you just up and left, where would we be? Musicless. That's where we would be. And so, nice word. And so we would just like to thank you all for what you're doing. Just please, we have time for one more song, so start us off. I'm going to be telling the first part with no other words. Kind friends and companions,
come lift up your voices
in chorus with mine.
Come lift up your voices, all brief to refrain.
For we may or might never all meet here again.
Let's drink and be merry, all out of wonder. Let's drink and be merry, all brief to refrain. For we may or might never all meet here again. That I love so well, her smile and her beauty is none can excel. Her smile on her countenance as she sits upon my knee. There is no one in this world as happy as me. Without you, the company and what's in my hand. Let's drink